Three friends, Jake, Mia, and Tyler, decided to explore the Whispering Pines, a dense forest near their small town in Oregon. It was late October, the wind was sharp, and the sun had barely risen. Rumors had always surrounded the forest. Some said it was haunted, others claimed people had vanished there without a trace, but curiosity got the better of them. They set off early in the morning, equipped with flashlights, snacks, and a map that promised a quick trail through the woods. The trees were tall, their branches tangled like twisted fingers, blocking most of the daylight. As they walked deeper, an eerie silence settled around them. Birds stopped singing, the air grew cold, even though the sun was still up. "Did you hear that?" Mia asked, suddenly, stopping in her tracks. "It sounded like whispering." "It's probably the wind," Jake said, but even he seemed unsure. They pressed on, the path narrowed, and the trees thickened. Suddenly, Tyler pointed ahead. "Look at that!" A crude wooden sign stuck out from a rotten stump. It read, "Turn back."
The sign. What does it say? Turn back, we should go.
Chuckling nervously, they shrugged it off and kept moving. But the feeling of being watched grew heavier with each step. Shadows danced just beyond the beam of their flashlights. There was no sound but the crunch of leaves beneath their boots and the distant hum of nature gone strangely quiet. Hours passed. The map was useless. The forest felt endless, a maze of dark trunks and unseen eyes. Then, without warning, Mia stopped, gripping her wrist. "My watch! It's frozen!" "That's weird," Jake said, pulling out his own. Both watches showed exactly 3:33. Tyler's face hardened. "Guys, we need to be careful. This place isn't right." Suddenly, the whispering returned, closer and louder. It wasn't the wind, it was voices, low and urgent, calling their names, mocking them. They spun around, eyes wide. A shape emerged from the shadows, a figure tall and thin with hollow eyes and a grin that split its face unnaturally. It didn't move like a person, it glided silently between the trees. "Run!" Tyler shouted as they took off, the figure chasing behind them, the whispering turning into shrieks of rage. Branches clawed at their faces, thorns tore their clothing, but they didn't stop. Soon they reached a clearing. In the middle stood an old cabin half fallen apart. Without thinking, they rushed inside and slammed the door shut. Silence returned, thick and suffocating. The cabin was empty, except for a dusty mirror hanging on the wall. In its cracked glass, their reflections flickered and warped. And behind them, just a breath away, the shadow figure appeared, in the mirror only. Jake reached out to touch the glass, but the figure's hand met his, cold and solid. His scream was swallowed by the room as the mirror cracked, splintering into countless jagged pieces. The whispering stopped abruptly. Mia and Tyler sat trembling, realizing Jake was gone, their friend erased without a trace. The door creaked open, inviting them to leave, but the forest had changed. The path they came in on was gone, replaced by endless darkness and silence. They walked for hours, desperate and exhausted, until dawn finally broke through the thick canopy. When they stumbled back into town, no one believed their story. The forest was just trees, nothing haunted about it. But sometimes when the wind picks up and the leaves rustle just right, Mia and Tyler swear they hear a faint whisper, calling their names, reminding them that some places don't let you leave and some friends don't come back.